What is really hood, everybody? What is really hood? This is your boy, Mr. Ant-Man 75, and right now I'm coming at you with yet another video. This time I'm going to be showcasing my Cyclops figures. I finally got me this Jim Lee Cyclops from the Warlock wave, and I figured I'd go ahead and get all my other Cyclops figures out, and we can do a quick comparison with everybody. I'll break it down for you right now. Of course, I like this one the best. I threw that jacket on him. I didn't have to bust open no Wolverine in order to do it. I had a jacket. I threw it on him. Looks pretty good. So, we're going to go ahead and start with Toy Biz and work our way on over to Hasbro. Start with this Cyclops from the Sentinel wave. This Cyclops was decent for its time. It was, man. I mean, I really don't have anything too much to hate about it other than the fact that it didn't have an ab crunch. But other than that, I mean, you know, it was decent, you know, and they also decided to go ahead and put wash over the yellow, even the shorts, you know, it's a nice little wash over everything. So I think that's pretty cool. The visor is a nice, good gold, and I think it's a good figure, man. I mean, even the body, even the blues have a nice little wash on it. It's a good figure, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of outdated right now. Especially when they're coming out with that, what is that? That 2-pack with this version of Cyclops plus Dark Phoenix. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, this is the Cyclops that I grew up with, not this guy. A lot of you guys grew up with this guy. No, I grew up with this guy. So that's pretty much telling you my age. But I mean, I think it's a decent figure. It's worth holding on to just to have it. And a lot of the Toy Biz figures I am holding on to. You know, it's kind of a nostalgia thing. With Toy Biz brought me into collecting back again. I used to collect G.I. Joes and Transformers, and I stopped that. And Toy Biz brought me back with Marvel Legends, you know, and I was very ecstatic to get this one, and I'm going to hold on to it and keep it. So, moving right along, we're going to go to the Jim Lee Cyclops that we didn't have for a minute. This thing right here. So, if you can tell by the up and down, the main problem I got with this joint, and the main problem is too freaking skinny, man. I mean, look at him. That's the only problem I have with it. I mean, other than that, everything is scoped. They sculpted everything on the action figure. The belt, this thing across the chest, you know, all the stuff that we have a problem with on this one is permanently on the body on that one. And it looks good. He's just entirely too skinny. That was my only problem with this guy. And if he wasn't so skinny, I would have to say this would still beat out this one. It would, to me personally. But, you know, other than that, it's still a decent figure. Very skinny, but still a decent figure. And then it was part of the X-Men Classics or whatever. And for some odd reason, a lot of those toys, they had to put like little gimmicks to it. And he got like some little thing where you hook him up and he spin around and his eyes light up and he zaps some like kind of gun turret or whatever. It was goofy. I would never have put this much detail into a kid's toy. Like if an adult was collecting this, fine. But like for like little kids, nah, I'm not putting this much work. And that's kind of like what the new Marvel Legends or Marvel Universe doing. The articulation of them things is so crappy. And I think that's what they should have did with this. You know, I really do. You know, I think they should have not put this much stuff into this one if it's going to be a kid's toy. Now, if it was going to be part of Marvel Legends line, cool. For a kid, no. But, like I said, it's a decent figure. If you have it, just hold on to one. You know what I'm saying? Just hold on to it. It's a decent figure. Now, moving on along, this we started getting into Hasbro right now. This is going to be Astonishing Cyclops from the Brood wave. I want to say Brood. And the only reason I held on to this is exactly what Josh Whedon's Cyclops looked like. The exact same suit. That's it. He's not really tall. And then if you compare him up to the Emma Frost that you have now with them freaking heels, it look goofy. You know, he looks skinny, just like this guy, but he got a little bit more girth to him, a little bit more than him, but he was too small. Moving right along. Now, I've been using this one for my astonishing setup, and he's decent. You know, the lines was crisp. I ain't had no problem. Even the little black lines on the wrist and the shins or whatever, or the legs, everything was good. No problems. And, no, I really don't have no attachment to this suit. I have more of attachment to this guy on the end right here, and this guy on the end right here. Yeah, these guys, you know, so everything in the middle, except maybe Astonishing, that was a good run. Everything in the middle, you know, whatever, I guess. And I really don't have attachment to this guy. Like, this Cyclops is crazy. Yeah, I mean, he became Magneto. To me, personally, reading the comics. And, yeah, I mean, the lines are decent. I like the visor concept, you know, but other than that, this is not the Cyclops I know. And I don't dig it. So, moving right along to this guy. What more can I say, man? I mean, it's a dope figure. You know, it's really cool. It wasn't cool that we had to like glue these straps on. And then now after looking at this figure over here, I'm looking at the straps. They belong down there somewhere, and I just had to put them up there, glue them. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know, when I get the second one, I make sure that I put them in the correct spot. So, but I got the jacket. The jacket I got from it was the Cyclops that was part of the. It was some action figures that Capcom came out with. I think it was X-Men versus Street Fighter, and that Cyclops had that jacket, and I just took the jacket off of him and put it on that one, and it works pretty well. You know, even the insignias, those like from the jacket to the chest, even the buckle, everything looks decent. You know, so I like it. You know, I like the head sculpt. I like the hair. I like everything about it. And the articulation is pretty much like Bucky Cap, but that's cool because, you know, all these other guys, these two other guys is Bucky Cap, so it just made sense to make sure that they use Bucky Cap on that. But, yeah, these are my Cyclops. And, of course, you know, the Jim Lee one, you know, that's to me the best. The newer version. But if they had beefed this one up, he would still reign supreme. You know, if they just beefed him up a little bit, you know, they made him entirely too skinny. But other than that, you know, I still, you know, I have to go with the newer incarnation of the Jim Lee Cyclops. And once they come out with the newer version of this one, then I'm probably going to float more so to this because, you know, that's the team that I'm more associated with. Not this guy. This guy, his team is all over the freaking place. All over. I would go with this team before I go with this team. I don't know what the heck they doing with the X-Men's right there. But, yeah, this is my little video. So, you know, please comment. Let me know what you feel. Let me know which Cyclops is the best Cyclops that you have in your collection. I'll be doing more videos leading up to C2E2 here in Chicago. And I'll be anxious to hear from you guys. Tell me what you think. All right. Holler at you later. Deuces.